Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Sham Scam. Just touching in with you guys. I know I haven't made a video in the past couple days. I had some things I had to take care of, and I've been very busy, and unfortunately wasn't able to make a video, you know, in the last couple days. But I just wanted to touch base with you guys on some things that have been going on in the market, and I did want to say that I did upload on my channel if you guys want to check it out. Some in the where's that in the news section. Um, yeah, right here in the news section, a video that I think you guys should check out by Short the VIX. This was a good one, and this is some of the things I'll be touching about on today too, a little bit. With the margin calls that have been going on, and I still think that AMC and GME are good to go. Because there's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes, that's for sure, and there's no question about it. That I believe that still a lot of these hedge funds and stuff like that are still deeply tied into AMC and GME, and that a short squeeze is still very possible. But anyways, moving forward, yeah, check that out. If you would like, it's not a bad little video to watch. I've also added some new in the educational area. I did add some videos about a lot of some good videos that you guys should check out about the dot-com bubble, the 2008 recession, a couple of our top money makers in the world, stuff like that. The stock market crash and right after World War One, all that stuff. Just check it out. So, there's a lot of good educational stuff in there for sure. There are a couple things I put in useful videos and all that, but tools and all that I think are good too. So definitely check that out. But anyways, moving forward, AMC and GME, man, in my eyes, didn't have a bad day at all. I'm liking what I was seeing for the day. It was really good to see them have a nice swing up, and it's nice to see them still hold up while the rest of the market is going bonkers with everything that's been going on. And but AMC and GME, man, they're holding up pretty strong through all this mess, man. And I'm loving it, man. And yeah, it just keeps on reaffirming me that they have that these guys are still in play. You know, you see everything else going red, but these guys are still making moving sideways or making upward moves. It's nice to see that. But on top of that, the Russell had a good day today. I was nice to see that again too, because when you see this one take a dip last time, they were hitting that index really hard last week, and It's really nice to see it make a bounce today. So the Dow Jones, man, that one's getting beat up today. Wasn't that bad though, but I think that most of the time the market's just been moving sideways lately. It has been fluctuating a lot, and there's a lot of reasons behind that. A lot of your individual stocks maybe went down because there was a lot of some hedge funds and some big players that got margin called over the last couple days, and some on Friday of last week. Goldman Sachs, one of the things that they margin call, and I think that was something there's an article on it on Yahoo Finance talks a lot about the U-turn on Huang, but yeah, they margin called Huang. Goldman Sachs, they sold about 10.5 billion in a spree to cover a Huang loss. They did block trade, erased about 35 billion from bellwether stocks, and that's still. And I think this is just one part of it. There are many more that are that I think the market's setting up for these margin calls, and it's just trying to balance it out with these margin calls that are going to be happening. I think we will be seeing more of these soon, which still gives me a little bit of evidence of AMC and GMC having a possibility of a short squeeze. The Wall Street Bank sold like 6.6 billion worth of shares of Baidu Inc., followed by 3.9 billion in Viacom, Discovery, Fartech, IQIYL Inc. I could never pronounce that name, so you guys, IQIL Inc. and GSX Toshido Inc. Morgan Stanley handled the unregistered stock offerings on behalf of one of the more undisclosed shareholders. Some of these trades in the sell-off exceeded 1 billion in individual companies. So that's why you did see a lot of your common stocks in the tech industry did take a dive, because they are in a massive sell-off to cover some of these margin calls. Major investment banks with ties to Archegos Capital Management LLC liquidated their holdings. Um, there's a lot going on in the market, people. I mean, you can get on here. Wells Fargo, they actually had a nice little rise today because they had some things that we're doing with our Archegos, and they, obviously they didn't take any losses or whatever because of that, so they had a nice rise today, from what I understand. I didn't really check them out. I guess I could pull them up here in a minute, but I'm not too concerned because I don't invest in Wells Fargo. Anyways, and, but in my eyes, like I was saying, dude, the market is setting up for more of a margin, more of these margin calls. They're going to happen more and more. I think we're going to see it in the coming days and probably possible weeks. If more end up being, if more of these guys end up being margin called, we could start to see calls for, for people to start covering their short calls, in order to, I don't know, this is my speculation, but to cover some of these losses that are going on, they might have to, cover their short calls just to get out of that game so they're not losing anything. So, um, on top of that, though, the NASDAQ, we still read on that, but it's been a sideways movement. It's been a sideways movement for a while now. It has been fluctuating, having big, is a lot, in the day, but in the intradays for sure. But in my eyes, it's been a sideways movement, for sure, over the last 5 days. I mean, we have seen a nice little uptrend going on right here. We have been making lower highs, and that's nice to see. So, but on top of all the madness that's been going on, Charles Schwab, they adjusted their margin requirements also for AMC and GME. From what I understand, and they went from, if you're going a long position, you got 100% is the margin requirement. So there's that. And then on short positions, if you're wanting to take a short position on either one of those through Charles Schwab, they're it's 3 times the position, so 300%. Yeah. So I think you're going to be seeing some things. I have a feeling that AMC and GME are a live ball right now, and you're going to be seeing some strong moves from them soon. Um, it's going to make with those margin calls being like that, the requirements to do margin calls or is or adjusted margin on AMC and GME. That's going to make it harder for for short positions, definitely. They also prohibited, from what I understand, they're like really trying to crack down on naked selling. So kudos to them for that, because I hate naked short selling. I think that's really bad, bad, bad business. And it's a shame that they allow that shit to happen. Pardon my language, but that's a fact. FINRA slapped, they slapped Citadel with a 275K fine for a reporting violation. But that's really nothing, man. It's that's nothing compared to the big, the moves that they're making. The move that they made in order to get that fine. That's not even like a percent of a percent of what they made. In my eyes. One of the things I'd like to see them do is each time one of these violations happen, they should double that fine. So the next one should be what, 550,000. The next one after that, 1,100,000. After that, 2.2. After that, 4.4, and so on and so forth. Until they get the message that you can't be doing this. It is illegal. um, of course, Citadel chose not to comment on any of that stuff, and let me see if I can find some of this stuff. They chose not to. They chose not to. Yeah, I heard there was a Citadel GoFundMe. If you guys see this, I was trying to find that, but I think it was just like a hoax or something like that. But if anybody donated to that, could get real, dude. Anyways, let me see here. With Citadel Violations, let's just put that in there. I'm sure it'll pop up. Well, they have a little something here. Alleged specific violations of the company included incorrectly reporting internal transfers as treasury transactions when they were not reportable, failing to append to the no remunerization indicator to trace reports for certain treasury transactions between affiliates, and failing to include correct. There's more than that. I mean, I have some of it. I have some of this written down. Then I'm going to just read it off to you right quick. All right. One of the rules that they violated was the 6730 transaction reporting. And that was a big one that they reported. That's the one that kind of ultimately resulted in their fine that they got. But along with that rule, they violated the Rule 2010, standards of commercial honor and principles of trade, and they violated Rule 3110, the supervision rule, which requires the firm to establish a system of to supervise the activities of its associated persons that is reasonably designed to achieve compliance with applicable security laws and regulations and FINRA rules, which they failed to do that. But these fines, as you can see, I mean, they're nothing, man. This is just a slap on the wrist. They need to start doubling these each time they do this stuff, and they have to start. It's like the kid, like when you tell them not to, don't play with fire, they get burned, and they go play with the stove, and they burn themselves, and guess what? They don't ever do it again. That's what they need to do with these guys. They need to burn them once. They need to burn them once so they can learn their lessons like little children that they are, and so they won't do it again. Because this stuff has been going on for a long time, and it's highly illegal, and it's just a shame that they get away with it with these little slaps on the wrists. Um, anyways, but with all that information I've been giving you about all that kind of stuff and what's been going on with these margin calls, um, you know, with Archigos, all sorts of, and some of these big whales that have been margin called lately, uh, take a lot of the short interest that you're getting from certain reports online with a grain of salt. Because those I don't believe that those and I'm trying my best to like disprove them. I've seen other guys do better than me on it. Like I should find this stuff on Reddit. There's a lot of guys that do some great DD on that place if you're willing to look through it and find it. But I believe that these guys are in it more than we realize, especially in the dark pool trading and how that works. There's possibilities that these guys could be like 8 billion shares into it and stuff. Like it was something. It's really crazy. Like the way the guy, when I was talking about the video that I uploaded today, he went into really good depth about this, and my computer's moving a little slow, but he went into great depth about this today, and I really think that you guys need to check that video out. And I put it in my news section on my and you can also go to his page and check it out. It's Short the VIX. He's on YouTube, and but it's proof AMC is going to squeeze the Citadel Violations. But if you just want to get on my channel and check it out, there you can subscribe through it to him through that video. That'll help him out. But please, while you're here, please hit the like button and subscribe to me. It really helps me out. And I'm not looking for any money or donations. I just like to do this stuff, and I think that the only thing that does help me out in the long run is by giving other people some solid information, and hopefully that they're learning something from when I talk about these when I talk about this stuff on these videos, and they make some good solid decisions in their investments. Like I said before, I'm still an investor in AMC and GME, and I am not going anywhere from those two. I think that they are very live balls, and that money is to be made. Money is to be made. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna keep this video short because I still have a lot of things to take care of. I just want to touch base with you guys today and just let you know that I'm still around. I'm still gonna continue to make some more videos and all that, and hopefully you find some value in what I'm doing here, and we'll hit that like button. It doesn't cost you a thing to hit that damn like button. Please do it, and subscribe, man. Just that'd be awesome. Anyways, if you guys got anything you want to add to my video, please leave it in the comments. Um, excuse me. You can get a hold of me on Twitter too, at Sham Scrams Dips Rips Picks, and you all have a blessed day and happy trading.